Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, many updates to share. We will go from Cristiano Ronaldo to Garnacho, with also more to say on Tottenham, Liverpool, Bayern and much more. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, on today's video I want to start from the man himself, Cristiano Ronaldo, who spoke today in press conference ahead of Portugal-Spain, the big final of the Nations League, and he spoke about Leo Messi, Lamine Yamal, his future and much more. But Cristiano Ronaldo clarified that the decision is almost done. He's not going to play the FIFA Club World Cup. So Cristiano confirms that he's not joining any of these clubs for the World Cup. There were rumors about Inter Miami, rumors about Brazilian, Mexican clubs, also obviously rumors about Al Hilal. Cristiano is not moving there for the World Cup. A clear message from Cristiano Ronaldo, who also said they have to consider not just the short term, but also medium and long term, and you can't be always in all the competitions. So this was the message from Cristiano. He confirmed some approaches, some proposals, but at the moment he's not taking these opportunities. And remember that Al-Nassr are working and pushing to get his new contract signed as soon as possible, with a specific plan, with ambitious signing plan for the summer transfer window. And so that's going to be the mission for this summer, with Cristiano not being part of the FIFA Club World Cup. Not part of the World Cup, but with a big revolution ongoing, is Tottenham Hotspur, because yesterday the breaking news of Ange Postecoglou fired by the club, decision made by the chairman Daniel Levy, and so it's over for Ange Postecoglou. Today I am telling you that the clear favorite, the leading contender ready to become the new Tottenham manager in the next days, is Thomas Frank. The conversations have taken place in the last 24 hours between Spurs and Thomas Frank, already with some approaches before deciding to fire the manager Ange Postecoglou. Thomas Frank is keen on this possibility, so he wants to speak to Tottenham about the project, about the plans, the budget and all of this, but for sure he's open to this possibility. Tottenham will speak to Brentford, but there is a very positive conversation ongoing for Thomas Frank to become the next Tottenham Hotspur manager, replacing Ange Postecoglou and having the opportunity also to be on the international stage in Champions League next season as Tottenham boss. So follow this one, because there are also alternatives in the list. We keep the name of Marco Silva, who did a very good job at Fulham in the recent years, but now the leading contender is Thomas Frank. Let's see also what happens on more developments regarding Liverpool. Yesterday I was here to tell you, and I confirmed that Liverpool are at the final stages of the negotiation for Florian Wirtz, so the conversation is advancing. Positive contacts on Friday morning. The club will work with Bayer Leverkusen to fix the final details of the deal and then bring in a top player like Florian Wirtz. We know the player wants to move, the player is super keen, the player is only waiting for Liverpool, so you know the whole story, but the direction of this deal is quite clear, with Florian Wirtz expected to be a Liverpool player in the next days, also with medical test a concrete possibility for next week. But again, let's respect the schedule, let's wait for the clubs to close this deal, and then we will have the here we go for Florian Wirtz to Liverpool. About Liverpool I want to add something more, and it's about an Italian player, Federico Chiesa, because we had some stories in the recent days. I was checking, and what I can tell you is that Federico Chiesa really loves Liverpool. He has a great relationship with the teammates, a great relationship also with the coach, a great relationship with the fans who love him. So there is really a great feeling, a great vibe between Federico Chiesa and Liverpool. But he needs and he wants to play regular football. Why? Because there is the World Cup in 1 year with the Italian national team. He hopes to be there, and so Federico Chiesa wants to play more. He doesn't want to spend another season basically 90% of the time on the bench. My understanding is that there is a concrete possibility for Federico Chiesa to leave Liverpool in this summer transfer window. He's assessing all his options, especially, from what I'm told, options in Italy. So his desire is to return to the Serie A, have one more opportunity in Serie A. Let's see what happens with Italian clubs, but Federico Chiesa could be one to watch very soon, because he's keen on a return to Serie A, and so movements are expected for the future of former Juventus winger who could leave Liverpool in this summer transfer window. Many questions in the recent days also on Rafael Leão, the Milan star, because we heard from some media, I don't even know where to be honest, but I received many messages about that, about Liverpool. From what I'm told, at the moment there is no concrete conversation or negotiation with Liverpool, between Liverpool and Milan or the agent of Rafael Leão, so the situation is completely quiet on this one. The situation could be one to watch with Bayern, because Bayern, first point, will sign an important winger this summer. Could be two, because Kingsley Coman can leave the club. Leroy Sané, let's see what happens with Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, Saudi clubs in the mix. Let's see what happens with Arsenal, and still the Bayern proposal on the table for Leroy Sané. So Bayern are still there, but this depends on the player. So the Sané situation is open. The Coman situation is open with the expectation for the player to leave the club in the summer transfer window, and so Bayern will sign a top winger. Rafael Leão is appreciated, is a player they like internally, but what I can guarantee at the moment, Milan have not received an official bid from Bayern. Milan will not accept a small transfer fee. In terms of players who could join Milan from Bayern, the real issue is the salary. All these players mentioned as potential counterparts in the deal for Rafael Leão have a big salary, and Milan are not going to pay crazy money to these players, so there are some issues to clarify, and at the moment, still no official bid. So let's see what happens there with this Bayern interest in Rafael Leão, but let's also respect Milan in this case, because Milan never said that they were prepared to accept the reported 40 or 50 million euros plus a player in the deal. So we have to see when an official proposal will arrive, what kind of proposal will be. But at the moment, Milan have not received anything concrete, just interest from Bayern. Let's see what they will do as next step. And then, guys, one more important news of the day. I wanted to confirm something I said already 1 month ago. Alejandro Garnacho will leave Manchester United. The decision is made not only on Ruben Amorim's side, but also on management side. So it's time to part ways between Man United and Ale Garnacho. It's over. They are already looking for solutions. There was some call from Bayer Leverkusen. So Bayer Leverkusen are interested in the player with Erik ten Hag, who appreciates Alejandro Garnacho, but at the moment financially looks like a difficult deal to do, a very difficult deal to do for Leverkusen. So that's the point on the German club. Some interest from Italy, but especially from the Premier League. Premier League clubs are calling and pushing for Alejandro Garnacho. So let's see what happens in terms of negotiations with Man United, but there is a strong possibility to see Alejandro Garnacho playing in Premier League with a different shirt than Man United. So it's a strong possibility, is a concrete scenario for this summer. Let's see what happens with these calls from Bayer Leverkusen. We have rumors about Italy, so there is a lot of interest in Garnacho in this moment, but also from Premier League. So from what I heard, 3 Premier League clubs have called for Alejandro Garnacho, trying to understand the situation, and the answer on player and club side is the same, ready to part ways this summer. So keep an eye on the situation of Alejandro Garnacho. And so, guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories from Cristiano Ronaldo, Federico Chiesa, but also Rafael Leão, Florian Wirtz. What's your feeling on Thomas Frank for Tottenham? Good appointment or not? What's your feeling? And then Alejandro Garnacho, which club could be perfect for him? Let me know your opinion here in comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.